We're down at Sandhurst Lake, which is a fantastic winter haunt. I decided to come and give it a little summer visit last week and got my butt kicked by these crafty old carp. It's not been fishing too well over the summer months, and I hooked one which got away. And you know, when you go home and you're stinging and you want revenge, and I plan to come back this week. The weather was looking better, we've got a great moon phase, and I was desperate for revenge, so I've put a little plan into action, and very, very happily it's done me a couple of bites just now as it got light. So this fish is a really, really nice looking common sort of low 20, I should think. So things are coming together, they're fizzing out there on the spot, the sky's heavy, humidity's high, everything's perfect. So very happy with two, but looks like I might even get lucky with another one, so we'll see. Let's have a look at this guy. Well, that is one absolutely gorgeous common, little tiny tail and perfect, beautiful silt stained mouth. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous carp. This fish came close in to a spot that I baited very, very lightly, just 3 spods of hemp, chopped tiger and some chopped krill. And he was a margin browser. I'd seen some fish fizzing in close, not quite the margins actually, but close range. And this guy came along, first bite, very, very happy. You are an incredible looking Sandhurst common, so yeah, made my day. This very, very angry looking mirror was the second bite. This came to a rod placed a bit further out, same mix of bait, where I found a really nice polished area yesterday surrounded by chod and filth, and fished it accurate with a couple of rods. And I haven't weighed this guy, but he's a lovely 20-pound mirror, and a real bruiser of a battle with this one. And he looks the type, doesn't he? Proper angry. So yeah, a bit of revenge for last week. Sorry that you had to take it for your mates that mocked me last week, but it's the way it goes. Very, very happy. Cheers. Well, we were just stood having a coffee together, reminiscing about the old times, and a patch of fizz came up right on top of the left-hand rod, and I said to Dan and Oz, that's right over it. And we carried on talking, and it just tore off. No preliminaries, just ripped. Big patch of fizz came up on the spot, and we're into another fish, which is putting up a fine account of himself. And let's just hope he comes into the net. Very close to the surface. Well, it's never over till it's over, is it? And I felt the tail flop over the draw cord when his head was by the spreader block, so he looks like quite a nice fish, and what a scrap. It doesn't matter how long any of us have been doing this, my heart is coming out of my rib cage. It's just magic, isn't it? Well, after that incredible scrap from this massively long creature, I had to slip him into the retainer for 5 minutes so that I could get myself together, let alone this old boy. We've both recovered now, and time to enjoy the moment. A very, very unusual carp, clearly very ancient, massive head, tiny little paintbrush tail, scatter. He's got two or three dorsals. It's a genetic leather carp, but with half linear scaling. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. He's only got 2 rays on his anal fin and beautiful scalloped pelvics and pecs and a massive dog-like Labrador head. Just really, I was going to say I was speechless, but I'm clearly not. I'm just, wow, that's all I can say. Wow, thank you. Well, we've got some cataclysmic rain forecast, so I want to get sorted out before that comes in. We just had a fish bosh very, very close to the spot, certainly within a rod length, so they're still in the area, but the fizzing stopped. I think the bait's probably been eaten now, and I haven't put any extra out. Normally I would, but they're just, I think, a little bit twitchy, so I haven't baited after each bite, but now's the time to put a bit more in, get the 2 rods set perfectly, ready for the rest of the day, and you know, I want to be sorted before the rain. Don't like pruned fingers and all that now. I'm too old for that rubbish, so I'm going to get it done now while it's nice, and then sit in the little house and hopefully watch the fizzing unfold. Well, I had a real hankering for a 30-pound Sandhurst common on this trip, and this amazing looking creature denied me that by 1 ounce, but I really don't care. Absolute beautiful, beautiful fish. Bit angry, as you can see. Got a real perchy dorsal. Couple of leeches on him, which I'll clean off in a minute. And a wonky old tail wrist. Lovely character of a fish. Thank you very, very much. Well, that's what we came for. 32-pounder Sandhurst common, caught in just amazing carp fishing weather conditions. The final bite of 5. I'm absolutely over the moon. What a creature. Thank you, Sandhurst. Well, to say I'm over the moon would be an understatement. That is the most beautifully tailed carp I've had in a long time. Big shovel. And a great big head. Thank you very, very much. Well, this has been what I like to call movie rain, pretty much all day. It started lightly at not long after first light when I had those 2 fish, and it's set in heavier and heavier, and there's been no break. The sky has just got that really full up, broody sort of look, and it's been biblically cataclysmic, to be honest with you. It's been flowing down this bank. I've got a rod down there. The tip ring was clear of the water now, and now it's up to the second eye. So the lake's coming up quickly. A lot of cold water, but a lot of fresh oxygen as well. So we'll see. It's been fantastic. The lake's been massively kind to us. We're going into the final night, night 3. I'm going to brave the weather in a minute. It's not going to stop. So I'm all waterproofed up. I'm going to go and tough it out. I'm going to get some bait back on the spots. I'm going to change the hooks. I'm using rigs where I don't have to change the rigs, just change the hooks. I'm going to reposition everything, freshen it up with a few more spoms of hemp, and we'll see what the night brings. Hopefully it's going to stop raining and the fish are going to start rolling. Good morning. We're coming to the end of a session, and it's been a magic 3 nights down at Sandhurst. It's feeling really autumnal this morning. The rain has finally stopped. Just monsoon, epic proportions of precipitation, just relentless. But it cleared during the night, and I thought it might kill the fishing and kill the lake dead for a few hours or a day or two, but the fish came on. And they came down my end, and they hadn't been down my end, and they were boshing out in front of me and very active, and it looked good. I put a fresh hit of bait out just on dark, and a couple of fish rolled near it, and it did look prime. It looked really good. And I hooked a fish at 2 AM, which I had on for a long time, and got him very close, and the hook pulled, and it really stung. Didn't really get back to sleep after that, and then just after it got light, about an hour ago, I had pretty much a double take off the spot, and I was blessed with a mid to upper 20 mirror, and then what I wanted, you know, another big common, just a breeze block of a common, which was 35.5 pounds. So it's special times. Nick the owner's given us special permission to keep the fish for an hour so that we can show you guys. So the sun's just about coming over the trees. We'll get them out and admire their beauty in a minute or two after I've had this supercharged coffee, which I need. I've got an upper 20 mirror here. Looks like a male, long, lean, big fins. Absolute bruiser, destroyed me during the fight, and he's a little bit lively. I've just had him resting in the net for half an hour, and he's a bit lively, but let's see what we can do. They came back on the spot, and the tactics have paid off nicely. What a session. Well, the fish have gradually got bigger through the session, and the final bite has been the biggest fish, which we're going to have a look at next. But in the meantime, I'm going to send this beautiful creature on his way and thank the carp gods for having me. Thank you. Well, as Del Boy would say, creme de la menthe rodders. That is 35.5 pounds of immaculate, incredible Sandhurst common carp perfection. It's the end of my session. I'm going home on the proverbial cloud 9, absolutely buzzing.